That's me.
Hi, Mark. How are you?
Good, good. How are you?
It seems I'm not in Lebanon. It's not working out to join. You see, still Lebanon is the best.
I thought your connection is much better in Armenia, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, the connection is good, but I don't know what was going on. This shows that I'm an expert in social media.
So can I tell you a joke? Hella, I was trying to go live, and I'm like, how can I go live? I don't know how.
Yes. Mark, because we've used to connect and do our discussions maybe face to face. So yeah, this is the first experience for you and me, I guess.
Oh, no, it's actually my second or third experience as a live, but I always prefer to go on one. One-on-one talking is much better than going live. That's the way I see it.
Absolutely. Yes.
بحس people will like بس تكوني قاعدة هيك مع عالم عم تحكي live it's better than social media especially إنه sometimes people بيزهقوا
Yes.
so that's why I always prefer a face-to-face interaction على طول.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. But since we have this opportunity, why not to share what we discuss also with people who are interested in what we are going to talk about, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. I would love that. Like, it's an idea we came up with. Remember, Hasmik, it's been a year now since you came up. You came up with the idea. It's a funny way. You'll tell us the story now, but but yeah, like this is something بنحب نشارك مع العالم على طول لحتى يضلوا عارفين إنه um, not everything is connected. Our minds and our bodies are more connected than we think they are. So
Absolutely.
starting something like this, I think it's going to it's something interesting, and I think it's
Yes.
one of a kind. So it's
Yeah.
nice that we could understand and know, and that the people help people understand what's going on, and like give them more intel. Hatta give them about a bit of our experiences of how do we find the connection between the mind and the body. So if you want to share the story, please feel free.
Yes. Yes. Uh, Absolutely. First, I would like to say thank you for everyone joined us. I hope all you are doing well wherever
Yeah.
you are in this world. If you are in Lebanon, Armenia, the state, or any other countries. Actually, the idea came up with me. I'm going to say it live. The creative mind is very important to nurture it. And there is, a quote says that whenever you are under shower, so your creative mind will be very active. And it was
Yeah.
that moment when I said, why not? Maybe it was a day that we had a discussion, Mark, about something very important.
Yeah.
And I was like, why we don't do a podcast or a conversation or a discussion going live, whatever it is, and share what we discuss with people. And why not also people, they can share with us their experience by writing us, or maybe they have a certain topic they want us to discuss, of course, in the loop of our field. You related to the body and me related to the mind and combine it together. So this is how it started. And, we had lots of discussions, I believe, the past months, but the situation also was not helping, maybe the uncertainty. However, this is the proof that even if uncertainty is there, still 2 weeks ago, we both, if you remember, we were discussing it and we said, Yalla,
Yeah,
let's go
yeah.
for it.
So بس نفسر العالم إنه originally we wanted to do this live, like in a proper podcast way, like in a proper seated position, mics, وهيك, just to give the podcast vibes للعالم. But if we were going to wait for the right time or the right opportunity or even the space, because I'm working on the space as we speak, but even with the space, if we want to wait for it, ما رح تزبط ورح تمد معنا. So
Yes.
why not? So it's like it's that 2 weeks ago when you told me, no, Mark, let's just start. خلينا نبلش
Yes.
هلا live شو ما كان. And you know me, I'm not an Instagram fan كثير, بس إنه I'm like, you know what? Let's just do it.
Exactly, exactly. Mark, let's say, why we were discussing why we chose this topic, also the power of focus, because when we were discussing about if we are going to wait for the right opportunity, we might wait for a month. So this is a proof that wherever your focus goes, your energy goes there, and you start paying attention to what's going on around you.
Okay.
So for me, focus is something very, very crucial and essential. Whoever knows me and is watching me, they know how many times I use the word focus, 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 because sharpening our focus is very important. Now, Mark, I want to trigger
That's
your
true.
mind right now.
Just well, just to say, I have a question. There's a في كتير انواع focus. Like
Yes.
sometimes العالم بتقول focus بس تقولها للكلمة. So we need to differentiate between what focus is. So what do we mean by focus? By what does Hasmik mean by focus, and what does Mark mean by focus? Because I think the word focus itself is a bit of a big word, right? So let's just see. I'm
For
seeing the
me, it's
comments
not.
right now. Right?
For me,
Yeah.
it's not.
Okay.
So, Mark, we've got used to this. Sometimes we agree, sometimes we disagree. Now, let's see who is going to convince the other one. Okay. Now, I want to ask you a question. When we say the word focus,
Okay.
what does it mean for you? Since you said it's not that simple, what does it mean, focus, to you?
For me, like if you're asking Mark, it's about when you are thinking in a clear state and sharper than ever. So whatever action you're trying to do or whatever task في بين ايديك بدك تعمليه، اذا مركزة على التاسك ومركزة على شو اللي عم تعمليه، that's focus for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So yeah, I'm trying to put it بطريقة كتير هينة للكل يفهم علي, and I'm not going to dig deep
Yeah.
شوي technical terms.
Okay. Okay. For me, focus is equal to power.
Okay.
Focus is attention with intention.
True. Okay.
Right? Because what is it? When I want to pay an attention on something important to me, so I should have a strong intention. Because intention is a very powerful word. يعني إذا أنا I don't have the intention, let's say, to finish the task I'm doing, I will be distracted easily. Especially nowadays, Mark, distractions are all over the place. However, if I have the intention to finish my task, so all my attention will go on the task I want to finish. That's why I say focus is power. If you know how to master it,
Yeah.
you will do lots of things within a minimum period of time.
Absolutely. أكيد 100%. And even Hasmik, يعني إذا بدنا نحكي from a physical perspective as well, what you just implied to focus applies as well in the physical aspect as well, because it's not just mental. It's a psychological state. It's psychological state dependent. So physically, your body, your brain, to focus, what do you need? Like you need your brain needs oxygen, it needs blood flow, and it needs stable energy, right? Sorry, but هلا we're gonna reply to everyone who's writing. I love the interactions, by the way.
Yes.
And how does our mind sometimes lose this focus when you have poor sleep, dehydration, bad posture, and these directly they affect the cognitive performance. So بس يكون في عنا effect على cognitive performance, automatically our focus or our the state where you're mentally sharp, you're gonna lose it. So your ability to focus depends on the state of your body. You know, so if you I'm talking on a physical perspective.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So if your physiology is off, your attention will automatically be off.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I totally agree, but I want to add something, Mark. You know, science proved, and I'm sure now each one of everyone who is watching us, they can relate to it. During the day, we have approx 6,000 thoughts hit our brain.
Yeah.
By the way, some resources say that it's like 60,000, 70,000, but it's not proven. I'm relying on a study made which says about 6,000 thoughts. And those thoughts are repetitive. But شو هن هول thoughts? What are these thoughts? Most of us, Mark, and everyone who is watching us, we know that so many times we are always thinking about something happened in the past.
Yeah. A
And
certain amount.
also, yes, and also we overthink about بعد شوي بكرة بعد بكرة شهر الجاي I'm
Yeah, yeah,
gonna fly or so many things we overthink about things we are going to do and we miss the present moment.
yeah,
However, if I am going to listen to the noise in my head, like for example, Mark, now you are listening to me, right?
yeah.
You are fully focused. However, you are not 100% present with me right now.
Even me, one.
There are thoughts. There are thoughts hitting your brain. We call
Yeah,
them those in the neuroscience. We call them those are noises in your head.
yeah.
Some of the noises are active noises. For example, now I'm in Armenia, in Yerevan. I'm at Hussein Street, by the way. And you know, here the musicians, they always like
Like,
play on the guitar, on the org. So this is a noise in my head. Plus, I have the noises of my thoughts in my head. Automatically, these noises will not help me to focus well. Why? Because they will get my energy and I will not be fully mindful. So that's why
so
my attention might go to following those noises.
okay, so
So
these noises might actually trigger something. It might some certain a certain type of noise might actually يذكرك بشيء صار بالماضي مثلا, something happened in the past, or did like.
absolutely.
Okay, 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 yeah, yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Let's say you are seated in a mall and you have a meeting with someone or
Okay,
having a lunch, I don't know, and you're really focused with this person.
okay.
Okay? And someone like is passing by وهيدا someone يمكن حاطط perfume معين, let's say. You smell the
Uh,
perfume and this perfume reminds you of a friend.
yeah.
Okay. And maybe this friend is someone that you're not talking with anymore, or someone you missed, or someone you broke up with, or someone, I don't know, whatever. So automatically your brain is triggered by the smell of the perfume. So your attention, instead of being with the person whom with you were fully focused, will go back to the memory. You will remember some incidents happened between you and that person. And يمكن الشخص اللي انت قاعد معه يمكن يقول لك هيك مارك وينك؟ وين رحت؟
Where
Yeah, too
exactly?
big.
Yeah.
What's going on with you? So you see how the focus can be easily distracted because of the smell of a perfume or because of a word someone can tell you. So that's why to control your focus, it's very important. And I'm going to tell you after a while how we can do that. But I have a question for you, Mark.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah. Let's say in the gym,
Okay.
all right. Let's say you have a client who is fully dedicated, fully focused, fully focused and doing whatever exercises you are giving this person. And you suddenly realize that this person is distracted.
Okay.
How does this have an impact on the performance?
Okay, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, and I see that almost every day. So
Okay.
when when I have, especially, okay. So here's the thing: it works both ways. تشتغل بالريهاب as well. كتير بالريهاب بشوفها.
Mm-hmm.
وبالريهاب لأنه they're only focusing مثلا on the pain, or they're
Okay.
focusing on the trauma that happened. Let's say someone حدا كسر إيده or فكش إجره or anything, and I'm working on that area, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you actually بس تشوفي هذا الشخص هيك انه عم بتحس مثلا, let's say عم بعطيه exercise to حدا عنده ankle sprain, let's say for example, okay, فاكش اجره, عم بعطيه exercises for his calf, بقول له
Mm-hmm.
مثلا عم بتحس بالكالف, بيقول لي لا موجوع. طيب
Okay.
نحن مرحلة الوجع قطعناها, ونحن مرحلة الوجع مشينا منها وقطعناها وبلشنا هلا بمرحلة الريهابيليتيشن, we're getting stronger. طيب
Mm-hmm.
في اشخاص بيكونوا بعدهم معلقين بالباست بالبين تبعهم, انه بس يتحرك اجرهم بيخافوا يحركوا اجرهم لدرجة انه ما بتزبط لا الاكسرسايز لا المسل is properly activated, وكل اللي بيقولوا انه بعدني موجوع بعدني موجوع, كلمة بعدني موجوع بتضلها موجودة. Same goes for athletes, to answer your question as well. When an athlete
Okay.
comes in and let's say عنده game, عنده game
Mm.
كان and he's stressed about it, okay. صارت معي by the way personally in my last game. So when you go to the training session and your focus is on tomorrow's game, and you're not
Okay.
focusing, عم نحكي تنس هلا, إذا بالتنس let's say you're not focusing on the proper technique for the forehand or the backhand or anything, then ما رح تقدري تركزي مع الكوتش اللي عم بيعطيك تيبس للجيم تبع بكره. وصارت معي كتير بالجيم وبالتنس كورت كمان as well.
Okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
كتير you're right, especially sometimes words. Hasmik, sometimes words. Let's say في مرة صارت معي بس ناسي شو هو الword. كنت مع one of the athletes, uh, the mother interfered and said, I forgot what the word is, but
Yes.
she said something. I swear the focus from the athlete went from 100 to 0 in a split of a second. One word.
Absolutely. I believe.
And I talked to her. I'm like, what happened with you? She told me إنه ما بحب بس تقول هالكلمة. So whatever
Yes.
this كلمة triggered, هيدا اللي عم
Mm.
نحكي عنه خلت هالبنت هالاتليت تخسر الفوكس تبعها.
Absolutely. لأنه the word triggered her, so
100%.
automatically she remembered a certain emotion, and that
Yeah.
emotion will interfere, and you might be losing your focus, by the way.
هلا
That's why
في عنا a question من باتريك عم بيقول, does it mean putting all your senses together when doing something?
you can come back to the present by activating all your senses. Yes. يعني
Yeah.
إذا I'm losing my focus and I want to focus back on what I'm doing, so I can use my senses by asking myself, what am I seeing? What am I hearing? What am I smelling? What am I touching? What am I tasting? اللي هن الsenses تبعونا. So I will kind of not forget, but I will like put aside what that person told me and come back to the present moment. Yes. However, I want to say, look, it's a pattern, Mark. Look, everything is related to how you train your mind. You know,
100%.
how you're training your muscle, you need to train the muscle of your brain. So it should become repetitive so that it will become a pattern. But I want to mention something about the example you gave with this girl about the word, how triggered her. You know, we have thoughts during the day. We think a lot about so many things. Yep. Your thoughts shape your reality. Yep. Everything you're thinking about, automatically, your reticular activating system, which is positioned in your the DRAS in your brain, will understand that this is something important for you. Yeah. So it helps you to focus on that. And everything you are going to do during the day, since you have these thoughts, the RAS will help you to focus on them. It's like a filter. But the question is, the RAS doesn't know if these thoughts are helpful or they might cause harm to you. The RAS cannot differentiate. The RAS will follow your thoughts. So you are the one who decide what to focus on. That's why I keep repeating إنه خلال النهار الأفكار اللي عنا إياها، القصص اللي عم نفكر فيها، هل عم بعطي الانرجي تبعولي، عم بستفيد من هالانرجي ولا عم بأذي حالي؟
Okay, بس
You see?
بس Hasmik, how can we help? Like, okay, Mike, me, what everything you said 100% I agree with you. بس إذا واحد هلا مثلا مثل عم بيسمعونا هلا بيقول لك إنه أوكي طب أنا كيف بدي أشتغل على هيدا الموضوع لركز عليه؟ Because this is where I think this is where your expertise comes in. لأنه your expertise لأنه it's easier said إنه ركز focus ما تتذكر شو حكينا or it's easy, the words are easy, but the actual actions, can you actually do it? كيف في الواحد يشتغل عليهم؟ هيدا this is something interesting for people to know.
Yes, look, if we are going to talk about theories, the easiest thing is to talk about theories. We need to be very practical, right? So what I advise people to do, what are minimum the 5 questions you ask yourself every day? We have repetitive questions, Mark. For example, I ask myself, why is this happening to me? Why I'm failing? Why he's not calling me? Why she's not texting me? Why? Lots of whys. However, if you realize these questions will let us focus on the problem itself.
Okay.
So if I want to be solution-oriented person, if I want to be result-oriented person, so instead of asking why I'm failing, why I'm not getting rid of 5 kilos, why I am procrastinating, why he's not calling me or whatever, I need to change these questions and say, for example, what shall I do in order to succeed? Instead of asking myself why I'm failing all the time. What shall I do? Or instead of saying why he's not calling me, okay, I can simply call him. And
يعني
okay, let me call
putting
him and
yourself.
see what's going on.
It's like عم بتحطي حالك تحت السبوت لايت يعني you're actually asking yourself to come up to you're asking yourself to answer the question.
Look, it's a choice, Mark. Either
Okay.
I will victimize myself by
Okay.
asking why me, why me, why is this happening with me? Or I simply will decide that no, I'm not the victim. I need to find the proper solution. And automatically, trust me, the brain will help us to discover the solutions. However, I need to give the chance to the brain to shift the focus and focus on the results.
Yeah, true.
Because
And
the answers are in us, Mark. We have the answers. The answers are not here and there.
I speak. There's another thing كمان أنا بسمعها كتير. I'm not thinking clearly. I'm not able to focus. I'm not able to focus on my work. So بيصير في عالم عم بتقفي مثلا مسجاتها على الجيم، عم بتقفي their rehab sessions. بس في شيء كتير مهم بدنا نضوي عليه، إنه it's very important للعالم تفهم إنه movement is
Mm-hmm.
it plays a big role. Movement, breathing, and posture. Okay, these
Mm-hmm.
three play a big role in sharpening your mind and getting back your focus. اوكي كمان هيدا الشيء
Yes.
بدنا نعرف انه اوكي يس اكيد انه نحن بس نكون بس نكون عم نتمرن we're getting the benefit for our body, muscular joints كل شيء. We know this, but how does it help our brain كمان كيف mental جسمك when you are أول شيء you increase the blood flow to your brain. We said that before. We have كمان the increase of the dopamine and norepinephrine, which help in the attention and the alertness as well. Okay, this is one. Also, a proper posture. When you are sitting in a proper, when you are slouched, your lungs are مطبوبين على بعض, so ما عم تتنفسي مظبوط. Okay,
Yes.
which takes us to breathing, which is the diaphragmatic breathing, I talk to my clients about this all the time. على طول بقول لهم breathing should not be from the chest, it should be from the abdomen. It's a long process. So هول كمان لأنه breathing it activates the parasympathetic nervous system. So كمان this will help us كمان إنه نكون مركزين أكتر لحتى نساعد بالتاسك اللي نحن عم نعمله بالريهاب or بالtraining session تبعنا as well.
Can I summarize in 2 words what you said? Because I totally believe in what you are saying.
Yes.
Let's memorize what I'm going to say. Motion creates emotion. Okay.
Absolutely.
So, yes, when you are moving, for example, let me give you an example. If I am, let's say, I want to be confident, for example. Okay. We all want to be confident, right? If
Yeah.
I don't fix my posture, and all the time, I'm seated like this, I am thinking, I'm going down, 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 down. My physiology will not help me to feel confident. However, if I fix my posture, all right, and if I take a deep breath, my posture will help me, my physiology will help me to feel confident. So motion creates emotion. So while I'm moving, automatically, this is my physiology. So when I am fixing my physiology, automatically my psychology will be aligned. And it's the opposite way, by the way. If psychologically I feel good, all right, I feel confident, my posture will change.
أكيد.
Nobody says, I'm very confident, right?
Yes.
No, we fix ourselves and we say, I'm very confident person. So you need to believe the person. So the physiology and the psychology, they should be aligned. Else you will never believe the person, whatever. No, I'm giving just an example about the confidence.
أكيد.
It
Hasmik,
could
we
be
have a
anything.
question. I think it's from Greta. I think she's either asking me or you, like anyone we can answer. So, how do you shift your focus back to what you are doing when your mind wanders? And also, Christine is saying when I have a bad day, I usually skip my workout. Christine, No, because I feel like I won't have a good workout. So yeah, that's the thing. So you're convincing yourself you're not gonna have a good workout. So you just skip the workout and you're missing out on the positives of it. So Christine, that's for you.
Yes, but
As
Mark,
regard
can I
to,
say something to Christine also? Just
yep,
yeah. Unfortunately, we always think the opposite way. For example, we say, I'm not in the mood. I will skip the gym. Okay, go to the gym and you will be in the mood.
thank you, thank you.
Yes.
That's my happy saying.
So yeah, you see, it's a repetitive pattern. This is the way we talk with ourselves. That okay, I'm not feeling this, so I will not do this. Not do it,
بس
and you
كذا
will feel
مرة
it again.
صارت، اصلا كذا مرة صارت، بس روح مثلا انا بتصير معي وانت بتصير معك يعني every time انا sometimes بس كون ب state انه مش على طول people are in their right mind, you know. So I don't whenever I feel like I'm not in the mood to work out, I simply say let's just work out. Let me just do it.
Yes.
Just do it
Mm-hmm.
without thinking. Just do it. I put on my music and and work out. That's it. Heck, I get back in the mood and I feel way better every time I finish my workout. Okay.
Yes, Mark, because focus is not only something mental, it is also physical. You know,
Yes.
when the body is aligned, automatically the mind becomes clearer.
Correct.
Now, to answer Greta's question, so many people they ask me, okay, Hasmik, fine. I go to gym, I exercise. However, when I finish, I come back to my routine. I cannot finish the task. I cannot focus. I don't have clarity. The answer is very simple. As I said in the beginning, because most of us, we are stuck in the past. The past is not 10 years ago only. The past is a minute ago, is an hour ago, is yesterday, is last night. Or I am overthinking about what is going to happen next. The next is after an hour, tomorrow, after a month, after a year, I don't know. So we miss to live the now. The power of now is very crucial to understand that all what we have, all of us, is right now. Now is very powerful. It is always a choice. I need to understand that I have this, all right? If I am nurturing the level of the awareness, I'm answering to Greta's question, or if anyone else asks the same question. For me, it's very important to be aware and nurture the level of my awareness. Being mindful is very important to understand at least what am I thinking about?
Yeah.
Now, does this thought serve me or it's working against me?
طيب, can I give a small example Hasmik of just to on this point. طيب أنا قاعد عم بشتغل لأنه I kind of understood what she means by this when she is saying that okay عم بتمرن وتذكرت شغلة وشردت.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know إذا حدا إجا قال لها let's say hey focus get back, okay,
Mm-hmm.
she would be back physically, she would be back but mentally she's 100% not there. So
Okay.
especially if someone who has high emotional intelligence بيفهم انه بيشوف انه اوكي لا البادي لانجوج صار غير، كل شيء صار غير،
Mm-hmm.
المود صار غير. So how can we do that? انا for me for if I want to answer this question I would say just take a break, take a deep breath, and just focus on your breathing. Shift your focus back from what you were thinking. Ask yourself, why were you thinking about this, and how will it help you now? If you got
Mm-hmm.
the solution, can you do you? Is there a solution for what you're thinking right now? If no, then try to focus back on what you're doing now, which is working out, and just focus on your workout rather than
Yes.
shifting your mind to the if this is my way of how I speak to my clients when I feel they're out of focus. I just ask them to breathe and just ask their question. If whatever they're thinking about, if it's worth it to think it now, then take a break, go ahead, do whatever you want to do, and then come back. But if no, if that's not the case, then try to shift back to where you are right now. If you have any كمان عندك طريقة كيف تساعد تساعد الشخص لحتى يرجع يجيب تركيزه إذا صار معه هيك شيء, please
Mm-hmm.
share it with me if you have.
Yes. أول شيء I totally agree with what you said, Mark. بتزيد شغلة إنه focus it doesn't require lots of effort. It's a daily practice. يعني pause. First of all, pause. Take a deep breath, breathe, and ask yourself what matters right now. مثل ما قلت قبل شوي. If the thought I had, maybe I am sad. Maybe I am hurt. Maybe someone said something terrible to me and I'm really disappointed. Maybe I don't want to exercise right now. Maybe I don't want to read. Not only about exercising. Maybe I am working on something and I'm not able to focus right now because I'm not in the mood. And it's not helping me to tell myself that, no, Hasmik, come on, shift your focus and work. So punishing yourself will not help you.
True.
Putting pressure on yourself will not help you. That's why I keep telling people, please work on nurturing your mindfulness. Because the more mindful you become, the more you will understand and you will realize what to do to fix the challenge you are facing. So pause, breathe, ask yourself what matters the most right now.
Yep.
If you need a break, go and take a break. However, taking a break doesn't mean going to the social media.
Yep.
Doesn't mean like, like all the time scrolling. Taking a break means taking the fresh air, drinking water, calling a friend, talking or playing with your kids if they are around.
About this, the problem.
Something healthy. Yeah, right. You need to do something healthy to nurture your soul, gain back your energy, and then you can continue whatever you are doing. And I want to give our whoever is listening to us 2 beautiful questions. Number 1, what will happen if I do this? What will happen if I don't?
Exactly.
And after answering these 2 questions, it's your choice. You decide.
Sometimes Hasmik, what I think, يعني أنا بس تصير معي, sometimes when things get too overwhelming علي, I'm in the middle of my set, for example, وبتذكر شغلة, okay? When I try to focus on the lyrics of the music that I'm listening to, and I try to focus on the lyrics and try to focus on, I shift my focus from what I'm thinking about to the lyrics of the song, whatever is it, or even the Mafi lyrics, if it's a beat or whatever someone's listening to. I shift my focus there and I continue doing my set and I just keep on doing it. So this helps me. Anna, on a personal level, this helps me. It helps me shift away from what I'm thinking to get back to the zone of the workout,
Yes. Mark, I want to add something also. The inner why is very important. That's why if we do not have a purpose of why I am doing this, I will get bored. I will be distracted. Nothing will motivate me. So reminding ourselves why I'm exercising, reminding myself why I'm working on this task, reminding myself why I'm reading this book, whatever I'm doing. The why is very important. The reason, the purpose. Behind everything, there is a purpose. And if I do not have a purpose, if I'm obliged to do that, so I will be easily distracted and definitely I will be losing my focus. So anything I am doing, I need to discover what is the purpose behind it.
Okay, we have a great comment by one of the listeners, and this is something I talked to you about it last week. Was it? No, the week before when I played.
Yes.
Remember, she said something that's very, very true. Sometimes during a game, the shift back to the focus needs to be swift, and there is no time luxury to regain the focus needed. So for me, it actually applied. I actually agree with her because remember I talked to you on the phone after the game and I told you it was horrible. I wasn't able to shift my focus back to the game. I just went out. I was out. So yeah, how can an athlete, for example, actually benefit from shift? Like how is the athlete able to actually get it back? Like اكيد ما في شيء عسى سحري. It needs it's all about training. It's all about keep on training your mind the same way you train your body. But if that happens, do you have like a quick solution? Which I don't believe there is a quick solution, but is there anything that you can help us, like, for example, see what?
Look, Mark, when I work with the performers, because an athlete is a performer, a speaker is a performer, actors are performers, any performer who is going to stand and perform, it's very important to isolate yourself from all the noises around. This is number 1. It's not a one-time exercise. It is something to be practiced a lot. Number two, anchoring technique is very important. To
Yeah,
install
anchoring.
an anchor, yes, so that your brain will be conditioned with that anchoring so that you can perform in a better way.
Yeah,
Now, is it something doable? Yes. Is it easy to doing? Yes. Only if you want to.
exactly.
Because if you believe in what you are doing and you are able to practice this and to install this anchor in your brain so that it will be installed there, like the music you said, when you remember the music, you calm
Yeah,
down.
yeah, yeah.
So you can listen to a music and stay focused and just focus with the person you are playing instead of looking around and getting distracted by the noises or the people or your own emotions or your thoughts. So we have lots of athletes. We see how they play, how they perform. They have passed through the same challenges, but it's all about how they are mastering or they are sharpening the focus so that they can fully stay focused when they are performing.
Absolutely, absolutely,
Yeah.
100%, one hundred
Let me
percent.
give you another example, Mark. For example, I'm a speaker, and when I'm on stage, let's say there are like 1,000, 2,000 people are watching me. It is also a pressure, right?
Yeah,
It's normal. So,
absolutely.
because I need to speak, I might forget things. I need to finish within the time limit I have. You see lots of faces. Everyone is like looking at you, let's say, in a certain way. However, there are techniques that I apply when I'm on stage just to distract myself, to connect and engage with the audience. However, I am under the control of my own mindset. So it
Yeah.
is something doable. However, you need to practice and master it.
Absolutely, I completely agree. Even I think there was an interview with Djokovic. It was like a month ago. I watched it. He was actually saying, how do you keep what's your training schedule? What's your routine? Okay, which is something also, by the way, كتير مهم الروتين، كتير مهم الروتين بالفocus. لأنه كمان it helps direct your focus as well, routine. So Djokovic answered is like his nutrition is on point, his training is on point, and his mental health is on point. And like by mental health, he meant by mindfulness and a
Yes.
lot of breathing.
Sleeping, sleeping.
Yeah, I already mentioned how sleeping is important. قدام هم يعني this goes without saying that nutrition, sleep, and exercise are top. Like for you to actually be able to start to shift your mind there. But the practice that someone needs لحتى يكون بهيدا state انه انا instantly بدي اعمل shift. I believe this takes a bit of time, but كمان مثل ما حكينا انه it all depends قديش الواحد مستعد يعطي هالافرت على حاله. لانه okay, let me give you another. Sometimes بيجوا عالم بيقولوا بدي اضعف عندي هلا من هلا الصيفيه which is now اكثر شيء دارج. هلا الصيفيه بدي اشيل هيدا. انا شو قد ايه how are you willing to do that؟ قديش انت قادر تعمل هالشيء؟ قد ايه قادر تحط هالافرت؟ قادر تحط الافرت باكلك مزبوط. You have to follow what the dietitian says. Okay, you have to follow what your trainer says, the exercises. عم بتنام مزبوط. What is your other what are your other routines you're following through? So the mind should be treated the exact same way as we're treating the body. It's that simple. So uh, Anna, for me, I emphasize for all my athletes, they're young. يعني عم نحكي من 11 ل 17 حتى عندي 9 و 8 كمان. So بقول لهم please, the same way you have المقدس عندكم هو التريننج التنس والتريننج الجيم. Nutrition should come next, and your mental health should come next. That's why I always emphasize on working on your mental aspect more than your body. I believe that it's that here is the captain of the ship. So you either sink or keep going forward. So that's the way I believe. So
Yes.
you have to keep on
That's
training your mind. It's a must. And you said it. It's how you train your muscle, you train your mind.
absolutely. And Mark, it's for me, it's a decision.
100%. 100%.
Everything is about choices we make, right?
Yeah.
So I am deciding, let's say, not to sleep, not to be mindful, to go, let's say, to stay awake till 2 a.m., 3 a.m. I don't know. I am deciding not to eat healthy. I am deciding to think about what happened. I am deciding to live the way I'm living.
Yep.
And
Yep.
also at the same time, in parallel, I can decide to stay healthy, to sleep well, to be mindful, to do some exercises, to read more. Lot of things I can do. So everything, it's a matter of choice. That's why the two questions I gave, it's very important to think about them all the time. In any action I am going to take, what will happen if I do? What will happen if I don't? And I will be responsible for the actions I want to take. If you simplify it, things will become simple. If you make it complicated, things will be complicated.
It's
So
how you
if
make
I
it.
want to, like, so I can create hundreds of excuses not to do
Yeah.
something. And
Yeah.
I can simply prioritize it and say, no, this is important for me, so I'm going to do it.
There's a question Hasmik, which أنا لأنه أنا شهر معك وبعرف, which is you always ask me this, is how much do you want this? Like,
Yes.
it's in everything. Like, this is for me is my is a question I ask myself, like, about every decision I want to make. It's like, how much do you want this? قد إيه بدك إياها هيدي? And do
Mm-hmm.
you want it that how
انه
how
هيك
important is it?
يعني سافا ولا you
انت
want it.
نسيها نسيها شو بدك إياها أكتر من شيء.
Yes.
But if you like, لا, I really want this, okay, then what do you have to do? These are the questions, like this be تسلسل, بس it's amazing, it's amazing. Like, this is an endless topic, by the way. This is an endless topic.
Yes.
We can sit here talking for hours. But I love how everyone's interacting with what we're saying. صراحة,
I
it's
hope we
amazing.
didn't skip
I
question
don't think so, but I think بالأول we skipped Olga. She said something about
about
the focus.
prioritizing, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
I believe already when you prioritize something, it is because it is important and it's your purpose and you know the why. That's why we prioritize. All right. So maybe Mark, is it time to end our discussion? You think?
Unfortunately, yes. And actually بيهمنا كتير رأي العالم إنه اللي حضرونا. كتير بيهمنا رأيكم. If you guys
Yeah.
enjoyed it, if you guys actually loved this, and please, we would appreciate you guys if you have any kind of topic. نحن رح نصير ننزل كل شيء على our page. If you didn't follow our page, it's mindinaction.podcast. Okay, please follow it. Wait for every update. We have a YouTube channel and we're working on this. It's like something we came up in a fast way. We're just working on it. كل شيء in process هلا. So
Yes.
we appreciate, we love your support. كل اللي طلع online. Thank you so much for everything. And any comments, please mention it. بس ينزل البوست, just write down in the comment whatever you want. And نحن رح نكون على طول يعني رح نساعدكم يعني بليبتكم.
Yes.
We're gonna help you guys.
Mark, I have a question to the audience. I know that so many people are watching us from different places. So also let them tell us maybe privately if they want us to speak more in Arabic or in English. Let's see your feedback. We are open to every feedback you will provide to us. And as Mark said, any topic you think you are interested about, you're more than welcome. We can talk about it. I want to add one more thing, that we don't see the world sometimes as it is.
Yep.
We see the world what we focus on. So please, whatever you are focusing on should support you, should help you, and should not be working against you, your mental and emotional being. That's why ask yourself, what am I focusing on? Is this helping me or this is working against me? This does not mean that I am ignoring my emotions. I am ignoring what I'm feeling. No, please don't do that. Do not suppress your emotions. If you are feeling sad, fine, talk about it. However, if you are focusing only on the problem without focusing on the result or the solution, you will be stuck, and you will not only be stuck, you will be in your own bubble, and you will be like missing things going on around you. So please don't just exist, live fully.
Yep.
This is the only advice I want to give you for tonight.
And I would
Mark,
say
you want to add?
and I would just add to everything you said. I can't like there's nothing you didn't let anything to add, but I'm gonna add something from a physical point of view. It's like always keep moving, just keep moving. Whatever you guys are doing, just keep moving and stay upright. Just keep
Yes.
yourself proud, be proud of yourself and walk as if you're
Your
proud of yourself.
posture.
Your posture is important, guys. So please focus on that. And thank you all. Most big love for everyone. عن جد يعني
Yes.
تتعقدوا. And hopefully يكبر الaudience أكتر. And let's see how things go.
Yes. Okay, Mark, by the way,
Yeah.
remember to save the video so that we can upload this and my reaction podcast because we want to grow the page. If you can also assist us to grow the page so that we can go live from the page. And as Mark said, thank you for each one of you. Your presence mean a lot to us. And Mark, see you next Monday.
See you next Monday, Hasmik. Have a great night.
All right. Okay. Have a good night, everyone. Take care.
Good night, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Ciao.